want to put this. I want to have. Hey Cheryl. Hey Junior Largy. Largy. Oh man. It was. I know it's Lar like car. Largy. Margie. Yeah. Junior Largy. Right. I don't know. I hope I'm right. I hope everybody is doing good. Okay, good, doing good today. All right, so back to another episode of It's Monday. I hope that you all had a great week. And before we get into the show, I have to. I'm not late. Well, I was 5 minutes late. I was here. I was here. I just figured to put in that 5 minute cushion to give you all a chance to come on in. But I was here. I was. Um, Junior, tell me if I said it right. Largy, Largy. It's been a week. It's been a week. It's been a long week at that. So, real quick, first let's touch base and see how did everybody do with the water challenge? How did everybody do? Did you get in your water? Did you get in your gallon? Did you go for your weight requirement? Which one did you go for? I'm going to tell you, hey, from Charlotte. Hey, Terry. I'm going to tell you all how I did. I want you to tell me how you did. Um, just being honest, I did good in the beginning of the week, but then it kind of teetered. But I have a reason, not an excuse, but I do have a reason. I went out of the country. And while I thought that I would be drinking more water, because I knew that going where I went, you had to drink bottled water. I didn't get a chance to drink as much as I would have wanted to drink. So I flopped. But I got my steps in. Oh yeah, she got her steps in. I did a good 10,000. I probably averaged between 8 to 10,000 each day from what's today? Monday, from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So from Wednesday to Sunday, I probably averaged. I got it wrong. Tell me how to pronounce it again. Junior is not June. G as in good. I said Largy. Oh, I said G, Largy, like Margie. G as in good. Largy, 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 Largy. I got you. Hey, Gerard. I got you. So I got my steps in. I did not get my water in. Terry, you are correct. Terry, did you get your water in? Did you drink your gallon? If I'm not drinking water, I'm drinking seltzer or soda water. So guess what, guys? I went to Curacao. Do you all know where Curacao is? That's how the locals pronounce it. I pronounced it Curacao until I asked one of the locals how to pronounce it. I went to Curacao. Drink wine. Okay, let's drink water too. I did good. I decided to slow it down because the water was just coming right back out. Well, I mean, it's gonna clean. Make sure that did you put a pinch of Himalayan salt? You should put a pinch of Himalayan salt in your water to make sure your body is absorbing it. Hey, one tribe. I hope all is well with you too. We're just getting started. Just getting started, guys. We're just getting started. I was telling everybody that I just got back from, I drank 5 wine last, wait, I just drank wine last 5 years. No, you don't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You drink more than wine. So I just got back, like I said, from Curacao. And it was actually a really fun experience. I went there with my husband as his production assistant. So that was kind of cool because those of you who may have tuned in on the after hours panel where you probably met me, you may have realized that my husband is in the music industry. He's a production manager, he's a tour manager, audio engineer, whatever. So for me, I'm usually the wife at home who is tending to the kids, and he's traveling all over the world. Well, an opportunity came for him to do production management for the, what was it called? The Soul Beach Music Fest. I keep getting the B and the M. So Soul Beach Music Fest over in Curacao. That's how the locals pronounce it. And it was with Babyface and Jodeci, what's the comedian Cole? Dion Cole, Chris Spencer, Spinderella, DJ Jazzy Jeff, what have you. So anyway, he was the production manager for the show, the concert with Babyface, Jodeci. And so he needed a production assistant. And guess who got to go? And got paid, I might add. But guess who got to go? I got to go. So I finally got to go on the road with my husband for real, not just as his wife, but as his helper, if you will. So that was really cool. One of the things that I definitely learned is that your girl needs to travel more. Okay. I really, really need to travel more. You failed, Gerard. It's okay. It's okay. It's all good. I went out of town and I failed on the water. So, sidebar, one of the things that I am reminding myself, and Enrique helps to remind me as well, is this is a lifestyle walk. Like this is a forever journey. So, it's not going to be perfect. Like it's not going to be a straight line, which means that when you don't do the things that you set out to do in terms of your goals, you got to just like, okay, it didn't happen. Let me keep going. If there's stuff to learn from it, learn it. If you got to get some gems of wisdom, grab them, but don't harp over it. And I'm not saying you are, Gerard, but I have a tendency to do that. I have a tendency to be like, oh God, I messed up so bad. It's a wash. It's this. Like I used to have a tendency to do that. But those are the types of things that put your mind in the mode of, well, then what's the point of me keep going? What's the point in keeping going? What's the point of me keep continuing to, go at this goal? Just pick up and keep on moving. So you didn't get your steps in last week, get them in this week. Because that's the other thing. These challenges are, designed to be cool and fun for us, those of us who want to participate, encouraging, motivating. But all of these are things we should be doing on a regular basis. So just keep at it. Just keep at it. So let me just tell y'all a few funny things, right? So going to Curacao, the great, wonderful Jack Bob, going there, I was cool because I went with my husband. So in the airport and like going through customs and just I knew how to move because he was kind of instructing me. And it's funny because he said, a lot of us who fly a lot, we can point out the newbies. And I was like, do I stand out? He said, yeah, you do. Because the questions that you ask and the way that you move, you can tell that you stand out. But so he helped me through on the way there. The problem was on the way back, we had to part ways. He went on to Netherlands and I came back home. So I traveled back from Curacao by myself. And that was interesting. Okay. So just a few things. The first thing was, because my husband put me in first class. Yeah, I was happy. Thank you, husband. He put me in first class. So when I got on the plane, first of all, I didn't know I could ask for something to drink before the plane took off. Because normally you gotta wait until you get up in the air and they come down with the carts and all of that stuff. Not in first class. You don't have to wait, right? So the lady beside me, she asked for water. So I was like, okay. Now I was about to ask for water too, but because I was sitting next to the lady, the stewardess or the flight attendant, I don't know if we call them stewardesses anymore, she brought me a water too. So I was like, okay, All right, cool. We good. We good. Now, remember a couple of weeks ago I told y'all about my choking attacks? Y'all, why did I start to have a choking attack? But I was prepared this time. Um I brought Ricola cough drops, super. I brought those fishermen, the nasty ones. I had those. And then I had the water. Thank God this lady asked for water because otherwise I might have been up in that plane embarrassed. Okay. So that's the first thing. Um, and not for nothing, I mean, this might not matter to y'all, but all of the people from the show were on the plane I was on because everybody was going back to the States. So, like, Babyface and his crew were behind me, Jodeci. Like, I didn't want to, not that I would, I didn't want to have a coughing attack in front of anybody, but I didn't want to be the girl having the coughing attack. Okay. But anyway, so that subsided. So now she brings me the water, right? Okay, so now they start to ask, like, do you want, like, what do you want as your food? So she asks for the gives me the meal options, whatever. I picked chicken and mashed potatoes. This is on Delta. So I'm looking, because in first class, well, at least in this first class, I don't know if this is all first classes, but in this first class, I might be showing my newbieism right now. There's no tray. There's no tray in front of you. So she came with a white napkin to put down for my food, but I didn't have my tray out. And the lady next to me, I don't know if she flies first class or not, because she didn't have her tray out yet either. So I was just kind of like, okay, how do I, the lady is like, pull your tray. How do I pull my tray out? So she showed me that the tray comes out of the armrest or something like that. So she puts that up. Okay, good. We're good to go. So fine. So that was like my first thing. I don't know how to work this tray situation at all. That was the first thing. And then my next flight, so I landed in Atlanta, then I had my next flight. So that one, first class was taken. Okay. There was only like 6 seats or 7 seats or whatever. Not 7, 6 or 8 seats. Those were taken. So I was flying, what's it called? Delta Comfort. So I'm in Delta Comfort in one of the exit rows. So I have a bunch of foot room. The seats are small. Either I got bigger or the seats got smaller, or both happened. I don't know. But nonetheless, I had a bunch of foot room. So I'm sitting there, and now, because I know that Delta has the TV screens, I'm looking and I'm like, everybody else has TV screens but us in this row. So the stewardess is like right next to me. So I was like, I don't get a TV screen. So she said, your TV screen is down here. It's like down in the bottom of the chair. So I'm like, okay, all right, cool. She was like, you can't take it out yet though until we take off. No problem. So I'm looking at it, and you know how you like try to subtly mess around with something and nobody sees you. So I'm like subtly trying to get my game plan together. Like, how do I get this TV out? So I'm like pressing stuff and nothing's happening. And I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to get this TV out. So maybe by the time we can take our TVs out, somebody else in the row will do it. But I didn't really think so, because the guy next to me, he was on his device. So I'm like, he probably not gonna watch anything on the TV. So we'll see, right? All right. So now we're up in the air. Now I want to finish, because on my first flight, I was watching not Matrix. What's the movie with Keanu Reeves? That is Matrix. Chill out. I know. The other one, when he fights in the Matrix. Chill out again. The one where he's really fighting. What's that? It's like 3 of them. It's a man's name. That's the name of the movie. It's like a man's name. Anybody know? What's it called? Oh, this is gonna bother me. No, not Devil's Advocate. Not Devil's Advocate. It's. I feel like it's a man's. John Wick. Right. John Wick. Right. Okay. So I was watching John Wick 4. Isn't it John Wick? It's John Wick. Okay, so I was watching, I think it's John Wick 4. So I was picking up where I left off. So now I want to watch it. So I'm like, okay, let me try to get my TV together. So the girl comes back and I was like, can you help me? Can you help me take the TV out? Because the button is all hard to push. So whatever. So she helps me take the TV out, but she doesn't like set it up. She just like pops it out. So now I'm trying to be cool and like move it and not, because I also don't want to break it. Like it didn't, nothing was easy to maneuver. So it felt like whatever way I was gonna go was gonna be abrupt, and I didn't want to do the wrong thing. So I'm trying, and finally I was like, oh, maybe it doesn't come all the way up. It kind of stays here. So fine, figured it out. Watching my show. All right, now the flight is about to be over. And obviously, I got to put it away. But for some reason, the way that I put it up does not seem to be the same way to put it down. So now I'm stuck again. I know this flight attendant, I wanted to tell her, like, I'm smart, like ask me some other stuff. I'm pretty smart. Little challenge right here, but I'm pretty smart. So I was just like, can you help me again? So she put the thing up. So that was like my, on the plane experience. And I look, I'm goofy. I laugh at myself. I don't want to embarrass myself, but I'm the type of person who's like, only you can embarrass yourself. So whatever. So that was that. Got off the plane. All right. So here's where it really got crazy. Okay. So walking off the plane, I thought that when you take a connecting flight, that your luggage gets moved from one plane to the next plane. In fact, that's what happened when we left. When we left, we flew into Miami. Our luggage moved from one plane to the next plane, right? So I'm thinking that I just got to get to my next gate. And so even on my phone, something came up. Hey, Guy Flavor. Even on my phone, something came up talking about like the luggage carousel, but I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. I guess that just means that it got here and it's gonna go to the next plane. So I'm walking or whatever, because you got to go through like all of these different, you gotta go through all these different, I guess that was kind of customs. I don't know, because I had to show my passport a couple of different times, which by the way, when I had to walk up and scan my face, the guy told me to go get in the line with the blue square. Meanwhile, Babyface and all of them, they got to just walk on through with their scan. So I was like, how come their scan worked, but my scan didn't work? But I didn't want to ask because I didn't want to be trouble, because I didn't want to be like, she's causing all this trouble. So I just went over to the blue square, went up to the lady who asked me, like, are you declaring anything? You got any cash on you? I'm like, no. She was like, then why are you in this line? You didn't do anything. I said, I don't know. He told me to go to the blue square. I went to the blue square, whatever. So fine, go through there. I'm walking. So now there's like, it's this weird area where people are walking. It's like, read the signs. If you're going United States, or if you're from, you have your passport, go this way, get your luggage. Make sure do you have your luggage? You have your luggage. And they're like talking to different people. Where are you coming from? Africa, whatever. And then on the side, there's like this small kind of conveyor belt. And then way over there are these baggage claims. So I'm just thinking I'm flowing with the people. Like, we're just walking to get to where I can go to my next gate. And then the people at the thing are like, get your baggage, get your baggage. So I'm just like, wait, what? So Chris Spencer, the comedian, who I had a chance to like kind of talk when I was helping out on the stage, cool guy. He happens to be walking up, and he's like, are you good? I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. They keep talking about luggage. Like, am I supposed to? I'm like, am I supposed to go get my bags? He was like, yeah. I said, they don't just move it from one plane to the other. He was like, no, not for international flights. Who's gonna tell me? Well, I guess they were telling me that. So thankfully, he kind of confirmed what they were yelling out. So I go get my luggage. I didn't know this. And again, I'm not with my husband. My husband is on his way to Netherlands. So I go through. So that was my thing with the airport, right? So now we parked, right? The when we drove to the airport a couple of days ago, we parked our truck. So I'm going back to the parking lot. Now, this, y'all might, hey, tech coach Ralph, I'm just telling my story real quick. Sorry. So now I go to the parking lot, and I took a picture of where we parked and all of that stuff, like level 1, section T, boom. So I'm walking down the aisle to go towards our truck. We got a black truck, Yukon. So like it's a pretty common truck at the airport. So I'm walking down the aisle and I see one on one side. And I was like, that looks like our truck, but I don't think that's our truck. That's not our truck. So because I said that was not our truck, I think my eyes automatically went to this other truck in this on the other side of the aisle. And I'm like, that's our truck. So I'm walking up. Excuse me. So I'm walking up to the truck. I don't even get my keys out. I go to like press the button on the trunk. Nothing happens. Okay. All right. So I try to unlock the truck. Nothing happens. Now I should tell y'all, I'm sorry, tech coach Ralph. I know it now though. It's Junior Largy. It's Junior Largy. Yeah, I got it. So I go, I'm like pressing the buttons. Now y'all should know this. I'm just let you know our key fob, the battery is a little funky. We gotta get another key fob. Them key fobs are expensive. So the key fob I have, sometimes I gotta, be a little gentle with it. So I was like, okay, it might just be tripping. So I'm like pressing stuff, and the truck is like, it looks dead. Like it's just dead. So I'm sitting here, it's after midnight. My husband's on a flight to Netherlands. I got luck. Like, what am I about to do? So I'm sitting here and I'm just like, God, I don't know what the meaning is, what the lesson is here, but please, please, I'm just trying to stay calm. So I'm trying again, nothing happens. So finally I'm like, all right, let me try the GMC app. Go into the GMC app. My husband changed the password. Couldn't get into the GMC app. Had to reset it. No problem. Reset the password. Not a problem. So I go into the GMC app again. And so now I hit unlock. And my husband named the truck Big Daddy. So it's like, Big Daddy's unlocked. I'm like, no, Big Daddy's not. The truck is not locked. It's locked. I'm right here. So I'm like, oh man, it's dead. It's so dead. So now I hit lock. So now it's like Big Daddy's locked. So I'm sitting here and I'm pressing the trunk button. I'm on my phone. I'm pressing all these buttons. So finally I was like, well, let me try starting it. So I hit start. And when I hit start, I hear a truck start, but it's not the truck I'm standing at. So I walk a little bit over behind the truck I'm standing at, and I look down a few a few rows, and my truck is down there, and the trunk is open. Like it's so. Oh my God. I never felt so like I felt like a fool and so blessed all in one. I was so thankful, but I felt so stupid all at the same time. I was oh my God. And you know what's so funny? What's so funny is I took a picture of the truck. Like we were, if you're going down the aisle, there's cars on this side, cars on that side. We parked on this side. Y'all, I was at a truck on that side. In my mind, I'm like, Carrie, you weren't on this side of the parking lot. But I'm like, but I already passed the truck that looks like ours, that's not ours. So I don't know if because I passed one truck, I just thought it was only two. I never thought to look further down the aisle. And so I was like, I hope they were not filming me, because if God forbid these people got a camera on it looked like I was trying to break in, straight up. It looked like I was straight up trying to break into their truck. I ain't gonna hold you. Anyway, I got to our truck. I was so excited. You couldn't tell me nothing. I wasn't mad at the truck, how much I had to pay for parking or nothing. I was, oh my God. Y'all don't know how thankful I was. Whew. Oh my God. My husband, he called me. He called me and I told him what happened. He was just like, "Babe, we weren't even parked on that side." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but yeah." So anyway, it's clear that Carrie needs to travel more because by myself, clearly I'm all over the place. What y'all saying over here? Almost became the main character in Grand Theft Auto. um, Mr. Biz, I tried to drink, didn't get that much, but I did drink a lot. It's okay if you got more than you drank last week. That's a step, right? Let's take steps. Y'all laughing at me. It was hilarious. Oh my god, it was so hilarious. It was hilarious. But at first I really wanted to cry, but I didn't. I was like, God, I know you're gonna see me through this. Wow, the Netherlands. Have you ever been? Is that somewhere you would like to go? Just asking. No, I have never been to the Netherlands. I was going to go with my husband there as well, but the tickets were like out of this world for them to cover. So my husband is the tour manager for the Jacksons. So they have shows in the Netherlands. However, I am going to be going to he has two shows coming up this weekend that I'll be doing because they need somebody to do the wardrobe for these two shows in the States. They have a wardrobe person in like international, but the one who would normally do it here, I guess she couldn't do it or whatever. So to save money on their end, my husband's like, well, I could just hire we could just bring my wife and she could do the wardrobe and that saves you a hotel room. I said, bet. So headed to Wichita, Kansas, and some other place in Cali, Cali, Akla, some weird name in California. So I'm gonna go help them. Doesn't Google Maps app mark exactly where you parked? I don't know. I mean, but honestly, tech coach Ralph, that was a brain fart for me. It really was because if I showed y'all the photo, like the truck is by a pole. Even though that whole line, the signs say the same thing. Like the whole row says level 1 row T. So it's not like only one sign that says it. But like I said, we were parked on this side. We were parked right by one of the pillars. So no, those are one of those moments where my dad will be like, "So what happened to your judgment? What's going on?" I don't know. I slipped. I don't know. Maybe I just need to get home. Your husband's not gonna let you go out the house alone again. I know. I gotta prove to him I can handle this. Damn, Carrie picked up some weight. Hope everything's okay. Ooh, thanks for telling me, Dale. Like I didn't know. The way we tell people stuff, I'm not even offended because you know what? I did pick up some weight, but I'm gonna drop it off soon. They call me Mr. Bibbs. Try coming out of a video store, get into a car that is not yours. All need to realize is the exact same car parked. You got in the car. you got you got in the daggone car. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, hey, babe, Yamava. I'm going to Yamava, California. Never knew until now how much you favor Sanaa Lathan. Thank you so much. I do hear that, and I take that as a compliment because I think she's a great actress and I think she's very pretty. So, all right, y'all. So that was my adventure, babe. I hope that you're okay with me traveling by myself still. I hope you can trust me. I think overall I did good though. I did make it here, so you know. All right. So what I want to do real quick, well, not real quick. This is what the whole premise of this show is about. So while I was out there, I did have a chance. We were working, but I did have a chance to. Yes, mine's had fabric interior. There's a leather. Jumped out of there real quick. Good seeing you too, Leo. So, I did have a chance to get into the pool, which like that's everything for me. I give me a pool and a massage like appropriately. I'm not trying to be inappropriate. I'm just saying like those are like my two big things. Like those are my big stress relief. Oh, Yamava is the venue. That's not the city. Oh, well, what city is it? I don't know. It's somewhere in California. Um, so those are the two things that like help me to just go like woosah, right? So while I was in the pool, a thought came to me, and I was going to put this video out before this Monday, but I didn't get a chance to. So what I'm gonna do is I'll play the video now, and then we can go from there. Is that okay with y'all? Can we do that? Oh, first, hold up. Let me shout out to Sharp TV. Thank you. Shout out to Carrie. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Appreciate your support. Thank you so much for supporting this show. All right. So let me see if I can get this up here correctly. We're going to do this. Wait. Hold on. Let me remove the comments. Okay. And now we're going to do this. So, some people know how to naturally relax. Like they do a really good job in going and chilling by the pool, going and I don't know, horseback riding or going biking or doing whatever they do that makes them just like woosah and release. And I love that. I love that. And then you have some people who are like me who struggle to do that. We talk about it, but when it comes down to actually doing it and making it happen, we struggle with it. In fact, even me being here, not my choice. This was my husband's. So it made me think, what does it really take to detach? What does it really take for a person to decide it's time for me to do something where I can relax, where I can pull away, where I can just chill out and enjoy whatever it is that I enjoy? For you, it might not be the pool. I love the water. I always like this whole thing of seeing the ocean. I don't know if y'all can see it, but pool, looking at the ocean, like that's it for me. But I didn't decide this. So it just made me wonder, like, what does it take for people to make that decision? And I think that one of the things I'm going to ponder about once I stop recording, because I don't really want to be in the pool with my phone, is what's my formula? What is my formula for making sure that when it's time for me to reset and it's time for me to relax, rejuvenate, and just kind of woosah, I know when to do it. So you think about your formula. Unless you're one of those people who do it already, tell us what your formula is. But those of you who are similar to me, let's figure out what our formula is. In fact, maybe that's something we should talk about on It's Monday. Maybe we should talk about that on Monday. What our formula is for detaching and going and getting that relaxation in. All right. But in the meantime, I am going to relax and enjoy this moment. So I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. Love you much. Go out there and be great, because you know it. You are great. All right. Bye. Okay. So that made me ask the question of what is the formula for detaching? Like, we talk about stress. We talk about, I gotta, relax. I gotta this, I gotta that. How do you know when you need to do that? And what's your formula for what you do when you feel that way? So I thought about this. I thought about this a lot. And what I came up with for me, is there a typo? What's your formula for detaching? There's typos? Oh, no, it's okay. Tech coach Ralph, I see you. I got you. It's all good. Um, let me remove that. Is that like annoying that way? So, what I came up with for me was I need to have something on the books. I need to have something on the calendar every 3 weeks, every 3 months, where I am able to remove myself from my environment. Preferably for it has at least be one overnight, preferably for more. Now, before we get into what yours are, I really started to think, when people talk about stress, do they really know what that is? Like, the things that would cause you to need to detach are usually stress, right? Do we know what stress is? I got to tell y'all, as much as I know about stress and what stress can do to you, I really couldn't tell myself exactly what stress was. So, I'm not trying to be a doctor. I'm not trying to, this is not going to turn into some old like lecture or anything like that. But I think that for many of us, I looked on my channel statistics, and a lot of my community is in their mid 30s to 40s. Like, that's the sweet spot. I know there's some who are younger, some who are older, but in general, that's kind of like the average age group. And because I'm in that age group, I know how important it is for us to really start locking in on excuse me, on what's going on in our body and understanding our body. And I even had to argue with Enrique because he was helping me to kind of figure out what approach to take. And he's like, keep it, basically like, don't get so deep. And I said, I hear you, but some people know more about their car. They can explain their car. They can explain the stock market. They can explain all types of things. But if you were to ask, what's stress? What's de-stress? What's eustress? What does stress do to your body? A lot of people don't really, really know. We keep it at a very surface level type of a conversation. So what I did was, I kind of went in a little bit. So let's talk about this real quick, okay? So, what is stress? So, stress is your body's response to a demand. That demand could be pressure, threat, responsibility, uncertainty, urgency, pain, fear, or overload. When your brain perceives that something requires a response, your body starts preparing you to respond. That means stress is not just a feeling or a mood, it's a body event. Stress is not automatically bad. Eustress is useful stress, the kind that helps you rise to a challenge, exercise, prepare, perform, learn, or grow. And de-stress is the kind of stress that becomes too much, too constant, unresolved, or heavier than your current capacity. So, stress is your body basically saying something needs a response. The problem is not that the body can respond. The problem is when the body never gets to recover. So we need stress. Yeah, get it, huh? Carrie looks on. You get it, huh? Okay. So when stress is perceived, two major systems get involved. The first is the fast fight or flight response. I know everybody has heard about that through the sympathetic nervous system. This is connected with adrenaline and noradrenaline. Adrenaline helps the body react quickly. It can make the heart beat faster, raise blood pressure, open airways, redirect blood toward major muscle groups, and increase available energy. And the reason I'm doing this is because I was like, what really happens when you're in stress overload? What's actually happening inside of your body? Do you know? Because I really didn't know what is happening when I have too much stress happening for a long period of time. So the second system is the HPA axis, the hypothalamus, pituitary gland, and adrenal glands. This system helps release cortisol, the primary stress hormone. Cortisol helps increase glucose or sugar in the bloodstream so the body has energy available. It also helps the brain use glucose and keeps the body alert and supply for response. So the heart rate can rise, your blood pressure can rise, sugar gets released for quick energy. Your body is preparing for you to handle something, right? Now, all of this stuff comes from like the Mayo Clinic, the APA. So I'm not making this up or anything like that. So the stress response is useful when it turns on and it turns back down. The body needs challenge, but it also needs recovery. The problem is when day-to-day life, which we all have day-to-day life, and in that age range that I told y'all, we all have way more responsibilities and roles and things like that than we had in our 20s when we were in our teens. We have way more, right? So the day-to-day life keeps sending the body the message, stay ready, stay alert, stay braced, stay on. You're like, ugh, all the time, right? Long-term activation of see, like right now, my kids alert sending me requests for more time on their devices. Long-term activation of the stress response and ongoing exposure to cortisol and other stress hormones can disrupt many body processes. Do you know how? Did you know why? I didn't know how. That is why chronic distress matters. This is not about saying stress single-handedly causes every illness. It's about saying chronic stress can create conditions where the body is under strain instead of repair. So, challenge without recovery becomes a strain. Your body was designed to respond to stress, but not to live like the emergency lights are always flashing. So now, what are the different types of systems it can impact and how? So stress hormones can raise heart rate and blood pressure. In a short-term situation, that could be helpful because your body is trying to move blood and energy where it is needed. But if this happens over and over without enough recovery, the cardiovascular system may keep working harder than it was meant to work all the time. That matters because chronic stress is connected with increased risk of cardiovascular issues such as high blood pressure, heart disease, heart attack, and stroke. So your body will build up the speed when it's needed, but it was not meant to live like the gas pedal is pressed all day. Second, the other thing is cortisol helps release glucose into the bloodstream so the body has quick energy. That's useful if you need to go run, if you're protecting, if you're acting, you need to think fast or respond fast to something urgent. But if stress is constant, the body may keep preparing for demands that do not actually require physical action. That can interact with appetite, cravings, sleep, energy, and weight regulation. The key is that the body is pulling energy forward for response. If recovery, sleep, movement, and nourishment are not supporting that system, it can become harder for the body to regulate that well. Now, what does it do to the immune system? Cortisol is involved in regulating inflammation. That means stress hormones are not automatically bad. They are a part of how the body manages threat and repair, but chronic illness can throw immune regulation off balance. When the body is under ongoing strain, it may become less efficient at defending, repairing, and regulating inflammation. This is why stress can feel like more than a mindset issue. It can become a body wide issue when the system is constantly bracing instead of recovering. And we a lot of times say, I can feel the stress. I can feel it. That's not in your head. You really are feeling the physical um, result of your stress. Digestion. So, when the body is in fight or flight mode, survival becomes the priority. Digestion may not be treated like the top priority in that moment. And I read that when your body is in fight or flight, your digestive system it shuts down. Like it puts all the energy into another area. So that the food's just there. Stress can affect appetite, stomach comfort, digestion, and gut symptoms. Some people eat more, um, some eat less, and some feel digestive discomfort when stress is high. This makes sense when you remember that the body is deciding where to send the energy. If it thinks it has to respond to a threat, it may pull attention away from digestion. Muscle pain and tension. Hey, David. Hey, Rod Brown. Hey, DJ Blends. Tense up, everything gets backed up. That's a fact. So, muscle pain, muscle tension. Stress often causes muscles to tighten. That can show up as neck tension, headaches, jaw clenching. shoulder tightness, back tightness, body pain, or feeling like you are physically braced. This is important because some people do not only think stress, they hold stress. It can live in posture, in breathing, facial tension, clenched teeth, and how the body moves through the day. I think I told you I didn't even realize this whole thing about like oxygen, how much oxygen you actually take in, which with each breath. Like a lot of us are not taking in enough oxygen when we're just breathing. We're so like, you know what I mean? When that tension keeps repeating, it can contribute to discomfort and fatigue. The body may feel tired not only because of what you did, but because of what you held. And I'll even go so far as to say that one muscle being tight kind of does a domino effect. Like I've been having back pains that stemmed from and neck pains that stemmed from something with my hip and like a inner stomach muscle that's been tight that threw off how I walk. So now everything's on this side and then my neck is this. Like it's crazy how much one thing impacts the next thing and impacts the next thing. Brain, focus, and mood. So chronic stress can affect concentration, memory, sleep, anxiety, irritability, mood, and decision making. And I'm saying this like this because with all the stuff that is happening in this world, especially, I'm not even going to bring up a bunch of the things that I've been watching and reading about as of late, because to me, I mean, there's a lot of things that's going on, and I won't get on the spiritual level with it, but people don't know how they don't have emotional regulation. They don't. And that doesn't just come from anywhere. Like it's not just from nowhere. Things connect. People don't know how to handle their stress. People don't know how to handle the lives that they're living. Straight up, they don't. A lot of them are not connected to, come on, a lot of them ain't connected to God. So that's the first and foremost. But then on top of that, they're not able to really regulate what they're feeling. They're not able to regulate what their body is doing. All of this stress, like it all connects. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Tavern Smith, Jesus died on the cross for our sins and rose 3 days, saving us from hell, but only if we repent from our sins and believe he died and God rose from him the dead and turn to him and accept our Lord and Savior. Come on, somebody. I've been resting. It feels great. I'm ready to get on the grind now. And that's the thing. There's a time for rest and there's a time for going out and doing what you got to do. So with the brain, this matters because sometimes people think, what is wrong with me? Why can't I focus? Why am I so irritable? Why am I tired but wired? But the brain might be overloaded and under recovered. Sleep is especially important because sleep is one of the body's recovery systems. If stress interrupts sleep, then the body loses some of the very repair time it needs. Sometimes your brain is not broken, it's overloaded and it's under recovered. So those are just some of the areas where stress can have this physical impact. And for me, I am really doing my best to like beat this into my head because some of this I know, some of this I didn't quite know. And I think because you can't see this, you can feel it, but you can't necessarily see it. It's so easy to just kind of put it to the back burner, like who's not stressed? We're grown, we got bills, we got families, we have jobs, we have this, we have that. Like everybody's stressed, so everybody lives with stress. It's so accepted, and then something happens, and I only talked about some of the systems that are impacted, and we're only talking about stress. We're not adding in, on top of the stress that you have on and the impact on your system. What about what you're eating? What about exercise or lack thereof? What about the environment, the air that you're breathing, the things that you're around? You're like, there's all these other components. What about the genetic factors? Like there's all these other things on top of the stress that our bodies are like having to deal with on a regular basis. It's like we have our body in this like alert mode on a regular basis. So I wanted to go deeper into that because one, it forced me to come up with my formula, And two, because I'm like, I think a lot of times we walk around not really knowing what's truly happening in our body. So what I came up with was an acronym. When you're ready, when you already know, you know, when you already believe. I don't know what stress is. You don't know what stress is? Live a little bit. Live a little bit. So what I came up with is called rest. Rest. Let me put it up here. It's called rest. How do I put that? Add that. Okay. TCR, allergic to stress and relaxation. No, we're not. No, you can't be allergic to it. So the R stands for recognize your stress signals. Now this, okay, so this is designed for those of you, because nobody told me that they have a formula. Does anybody have a formula for dealing with your stress? Does anybody have a formula for how you know when to reset, like when to detach, and what you're going to do in your detaching? Anybody? Because I didn't. So I'm just sharing this. If it's helpful, great. If you already got it, that's even better. So R stands for recognize your stress signals. What tells me I'm carrying too much? Does my body tense up? Do I clench my jaws? Am I irritable? Looping thoughts, negative thoughts, reoccurring thoughts, fatigue, sleep issues, impatience, emotional crowding, you just feeling all these different types of things, or not being present. What happens when you feel stressed? Anybody want to tell me what happens? I could tell y'all when I start feeling, when I know that it's like, oh girl, you got to do something, I get hot. Like I can literally feel my body like heating up. um I tighten. I'll keep my arms tight to my sides like that. um my hands, like everything kind of goes like this when I start to get really like stressed out. And then I start to get tension in the back of my neck, and then that eventually leads to a tension headache in my head. Migraines, you get migraines, DJ Blink? Migraines, oh my god. I thought I used to get bad migraines until I met people who really get bad migraines. Migraines are no joke. Junior Largy, my body knows stress because I put it through stress at the gym. That's about all the stress in my, but that's good stress. That's you stress. So your body needs stress, but it needs a release from it too. So that's good, Junior Largy. Um, and it could be the case where if you're, especially if you're in the gym often, then some of your detaching could be when you're in the gym. Because years ago, I'm not going to quote this study cuz I don't have the reference of it now, but when I learned about it, they gave the reference of it, but they did a study and it showed that excuse me, exercising was more powerful to um I guess to your I don't know if it would be your brain or to your mood than like Prozac, all of the medications that people, the depression, antidepressants. It was more impactful and effective exercise than those drugs. So that could be a part of your formula. In which case, keep going. Tech coach Ralph, you create stress for yourself so nobody can stress you out. Exactly, but no mental stress and body falling apart. That's listen, this might not be everybody's thing. And if it's not, I certainly don't want to try to create a problem that's not there. However, unfortunately, there are many of us who know stress is a thing and figuring out what to do is a thing. So that's the R of rest, of the rest formula builder. The E is evaluate what actually restores me. This is where you build your levels. So you might have something that I told you guys that my thing is I am going to put something on my calendar every 3 months. Every 3 months. But that would be me dealing with something that's quarterly. You might need to identify what you can do impromptu. Like, what do I do when I'm in the moment and I need something to detach me? Do I breathe? Do I say a code word? Do I listen to a song? Do I go outside? Like, it's very difficult for me to be upset outside unless it's like rainy. But like if I get really mad, I don't really get mad. But if I do, I can go outside in the moment. So you have your impromptu things. What can you do daily? For a lot of people, that might be just going into prayer. That might be reading your word. That might be having a cup of tea. That might be doing some stretches. That might be going for a walk around the parking lot. That might just be going outside for a moment. I mean, you decide what it is for you. um this is a great conversation, Carrie, because a lot of people are actually stressed, so this is very necessary. Thank you. Nope, Carrie told me to go find something to stress me out. I'll go make some friends. My stress reliever is going to the gym, lifting, and my boxing training days. Okay, but I honestly go to God first in prayer and leave my stresses there. Listen, the word every day and breathe. I love it. I love it. And that is another reason why I have fallen in love over and over again, because there always seems to be something in that book that can help you to kind of de-stress. So I love hearing that. I've had to talk you off the ledge a few times. Well, listen, sometimes it might be a conversation with friends. There are some people who are just, have you ever been around somebody who's just great energy? Oh my God. They're just great energy. Like it's like you want to be like, do you have a bad day? Do you ever get upset? And obviously they do, but that's a blessing. So maybe you have talked him off the ledge a couple of times. Tech coach, Tech coach Ralph. That doesn't necessarily mean you're a good energy friend, but you get what I'm saying. So that could be it too. Like, listen, I gotta have a phone call with a certain person every week, or it could be that. It could be a book. It could be anything. So we have the impromptu thing, which I really think the impromptu is like the tip of the iceberg. I think that is almost more important than planning something bigger, because I think it's those little things sometimes that just start building up. And if we can identify that and get ahead of it and figure out how to like knock it out, then I think the things would be way, way better for us. So there's that. And then we have monthly, quarterly, yearly. Now, for me, I love the water. So if I can figure out a way for me to get to a pool every 3 months, now some of y'all might have a pool, and God bless you, because I'm telling y'all, the minute that we get a pool, y'all never gonna see me again. Because I love being in the water, in the pool. I don't love being in any water, pool. So maybe that's not your thing. And everybody, I don't want people to think, well, you went to, this place or what. Everybody's financial situation is different. Everybody's time situation is different. Everybody's point in their life is different. The point is to figure out what the it thing is for you. And that's also why I said from impromptu, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly, because you might need to plan your trip now for next year. You might need to make that very important now for next year, and start that. Let that be your yearly thing. Whatever it is, decide it. The reason that I targeted putting it on my calendar is because I want to start learning how to make the things that I need for myself real. And the best way for me to do that is to lock it in on my calendar. That's the best way for me. So now, once we figure that out, right? Schedule it before you crash. That's what the S is for. Schedule it before you crash. So put the realistic version on the calendar, not the fantasy version, the version you will actually do. So for me, that's my 3-month thing. But what I'm going to also stick in there, I told y'all massage. Like, I 100% carry my stress right here. I carry it right here. And it's made its way into my neck, my lower back, right along, what's that called? Is that called the scapula? Like right along my shoulder blades. Oh my God. It's like not city. Um, so for me, I'm going to go back to scheduling a monthly massage. So those will be the two things that are on my calendar. One's monthly, one is every 3 months. My impromptu stuff, going to the word, I go to God all the time, breathing, going outside. And I don't know anybody who's seen, maybe you've seen some of my dose of stretch videos. Some of my videos are in what I've called the calm room. So we have a guest room, extra room. I don't know, because we change up what the room is for all different types of times. But we have a spare room. So I asked my husband, I was like, can I change this into the calm room? So this is the room where, hold on. Hey, Google broadcast, LJ or Jordan, bring me all of the emotional things from the calm room, those little emotional people, please. So I'll make sure he's broadcasting. So for me, it's the calm room. So we turn this room into a space for me to go in to do my dose of stretch videos. That's one. But two, for me to just have a space to get away that didn't feel overwhelming. A mother, a wife, 4 kids, homeschool. Like, we do a lot in this house. And so sometimes you got laundry in a room, you got some dishes in the kitchen, you got toys, there's plenty of times during the course of my week where a lot of my house can become visually stimulating, overstimulating. So I needed a space for me to just like pull back, because some of those times when it was creeping in, sometimes I'm like, y'all better leave me alone. Okay. So if you can create a corner, can you create a calm corner, a calm closet, a calm, like, figure out what it is for you. I don't know if I should be offended or take it as a compliment. No, Tech Coach Ralph. No. Don't be offended, because you're probably just a good spirited guy too. But yeah, don't be offended. Or you can live stream by the pool. Best of both worlds. You could live stream by the pool, but I don't have a pool to live stream by all the time. My wife wanted a pool when we were buying a house. That didn't happen. That would have been more stress for us, for me. I understand. I get it. But there is this company on Instagram called Lucas Pools. Is it Lucas Pools? I think it's Lucas. The pools that he does, oh my God. Like that, I've already showed my husband. I'm like, this is it. He's doing it. He's doing our pool. Like, he creates oases. Okay. But Carrie, Tech Coach Ralph said taking trips is blasphemous. The last time I took a trip, he said I was being lazy. You said that, Tech Coach? No, you didn't. It's blasphemous for you to do it. You got to get to work. Carry a different person. Okay, now listen, we can't use stress relief as an excuse to not get the work done, because we gotta know how to do both. But I doubt Rod is like that. Rod does his work, right, Rod? Um, Telling on you now, it's okay. Stand on that decision. We don't take vacations. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Okay, we saw that. Oh, thank you, Tech Coach Route. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. I do. My Google just broadcasted what you said. Oh, that's funny. Carrie is a content creator as well, so she can take trips and breaks, and I can't. Lucas Lagoon, thank you, babe. Lucas Lagoon, check them out on Instagram. See, my husband knows. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So I'm waiting for my kids to bring this up, but I'm gonna keep going. So S is schedule it. You gotta schedule it, and maybe maybe this is where you have a friend like Tech Coach Ralph who can help to hold you accountable to your schedule. Maybe. All right. Then we have T. Is the door open? Tell LJ to pop it open. Okay. Then we have T. T is take. I'm sorry, y'all. Was that so momly? I'm sorry. T. Now, this one I think is probably more for the ladies than it is for the men. Cause I don't know if y'all feel guilty when y'all make a decision to do whatever you're gonna do with your time. I don't know if y'all do this, but I know for us women, especially moms, we have a tendency to do this, which is feeling guilty. So T is for, did you bring them? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So these, believe it or not, real quick, I'm gonna go back to the emotional component. These are things that I got for my kids, and they're in, which one is this? Silly. Okay. So I got these emotional things for them, and it was supposed to be in the schoolroom, but it ended up going into the comm room because, believe it or not, they utilize the comm room too. Sometimes they utilize it even more than I do. Like, I taught them, when you're feeling upset, when you're feeling sad or mad, or you don't really know how to put your emotions into words and you just need to kind of back away, you can go into the comm room. And it has lights in there. And so if it's dark, they could turn on the lights or whatever. But what I started doing was getting these things. They also know that you can go to God, which my youngest one, who just came in here, Journey, she always prays to God to like help her to kind of calm down. But we have these things to just they grab these to help to communicate to us how they're feeling. So this one is like, this is silly. This is mad or angry. This is, I think this is like, they know him. I don't know him about her. I think this is like scared or surprised, maybe. This one is sad. This is sad. Sad. This one is love. Love. This one is loved. So there's love and there's loved. This one is happy or joyful. Oh, and this one is surprised or shocked. So a lot of times they'll come out with like combinations of like, this is what I'm feeling. And it's fun, it's helpful. And sometimes it's helpful for me too. So my point is that even for kids, you can come up with a something to help you with those emotions. So let's go back to T real quick. So T is take the guilt off of it. Do not feel guilty about your detaching. Detaching wisely is not always selfish. Sometimes it is stewardship. You have to take a moment when you need those moments. So rest is not the formula itself. Rest helps you to build your formula. And what I did was I came up with, oh wait, hold on, let me say this last part. This is not about actually, before I do that, I printed up this sheet. Can y'all see it? I probably should have put it up on the screen, but it's basically like a worksheet, if you will, that helps you to kind of think through what are your stress signals. So your R, evaluate what actually restores you, schedule it, what you're going to do monthly, weekly, quarterly, take the guilt off of it. And this has what your realistic detachment options are, so you can write it down here. And then this is a statement: when I notice blank, I will detach by blank. I will schedule blank every blank so I can recover before I crash. So that would be your formula. So if you guys think this would be helpful, I can make this, I can put this I have is it called a stand? It's not a stand store. It's a pay hip store. But I could put it in there. You could download it for free. Like I'm not gonna charge for it, but I need somewhere for y'all to go to get it. So if you find this helpful, I can put that in there. The other thing, and I'm telling y'all what works for me too. Other people have shared it too. Is y'all already know. Y'all already know. Consider breaking each letter into a separate clip as well as the full clip of rest. Okay. Thank you, Tech Coach Ralph. So, this is not about replacing biblical wisdom with wellness language. This is about seeing rest and detachment through stewardship. It's clear in the word that Jesus separated himself from everybody on plenty of occasions to restore himself and to hear from God, which is a whole nother other thing. Is like, and I actually was watching B Simone. She did a retreat in not Costa Rica, in Bali. I think it was Bali recently. And she was talking about that. She was saying how if you have all these things happening, like how can you even hear from God? If you have all this stuff happening all the time, when are you actually taking a step back to hear what he's saying? I think Jana Chanel was talking about that too. So that's the other component for those of you who especially are followers of Christ. Maybe for you it's in addition to me detaching so that I can give my body the reprieve that it needs. This is also a built-in time for me to just kind of quiet everything so I can hear, which is important for me. So wanted to add that component. Detachment is not always luxury. Sometimes it is stewardship. So I think that if you look at it in that way, then it becomes more of a responsibility as opposed to, oh yeah, you have the kind of life where you can detach, you can go and relax. I don't have that kind of life. No, we all have the kind of life where we need to detach. We need to reduce our stress. So that's the biggest thing, guys. That was the whole purpose of this. The challenge, because I always got to have a challenge. The challenge is for you to figure out what are your stress signals, what actually restores you, what can I do in the moment, what can I schedule monthly, daily, weekly. So basically you are coming up with your rest formula. What's your rest formula? What's your rest formula? Rest should not require a breakdown. Ain't that the truth? Please don't wait till it's too late. Please don't wait till it's too late. Your heart begs you not to. Okay? So let me see what you guys are talking about over here. As long as you show up Wednesday at 8:45, you have no complaint from us. Who? Wednesday? I have a family. Oh, y'all got okay. Consider breaking it up. That's right. No neglect. I can't wait from that. Jesus was sleeping during the hurricane in the boat while the disciples. That's true. That's so true. That's a good point. Tech Coach Ralph. Me as well. That's why I love walking in the woods. Nice quiet time to think and talk to Jesus. Yeah, that's what's up. So are you guys, do y'all, so is this a thing for y'all? Do you all need to come up with a formula for you to detach, or do you already have it? I saw some people say that working out is a big one. How are y'all with, like, what are some of your things in addition to working out? Like what are some of the things that are stress relievers for you? Because everybody doesn't like swimming or traveling or whatever. What are some of the things that take stress away for you? The way people detaching and for how long they do it differs person to person. My secret to resting is making my work enjoyable. My secret to resting is making my work enjoyable. How does the resting come purely because your work is enjoyable? I'm just curious. But this is true. It definitely differs from person to person. So come up with your thing. Come up with your thing. Um Crafting, massages, facials, long walks, and believe it or not, coloring. I believe, girl. What? Wait. Tan- Tandy Kane. I can't see the picture. I don't know if that was a girl or a guy. I'm not trying to offend. I can't see. It looks like you're holding some. I think that's the one. I see sunglasses, a hat, and a kid, but I can't see to see if you're. So I don't want to be like girl, and you're like, no, I'm not a girl. But listen, y'all know me. Y'all know me. Coloring book right here. And you see these bottles? These are all for those of you who I don't like how that is on the screen. It's so why is it so thick? I'm gonna take that off. When I used to be on the panel doing my my bottles that everybody clown me about, like these are stress relievers. And so now I turned them into little, you know, things. I can get lost. Long hair in the yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you. Sorry, Tandy. Okay. So girl, I can relate. So I turned mine into um I just do my bottles. But I see, but even I'm so glad you said that, Tandy, because I stopped doing it, right? Like, believe it or not, once I had to get more focused on the panel, I stopped doing them and I haven't done them since. And every time I look at a bottle, I'm like, I don't got time to do that. But see, that's me. I need to put, I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna do a bottle a week. Y'all just got me. So boom, hold up now. I have my y'all done y'all you done hold up. Weekly bottle art, monthly massage, quarterly go away, and every day pray and read the word. See, I got my formula right there. I got my formula right there. Working out is starting to be that, but working out is still a struggle. So I gotta put stuff I really, really, really enjoy on the list. So what else we got? We got oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, Legos. Yes, I love listen, sometimes you gotta tap back into the kid stuff. In fact, Legos, first of all, the Legos that they're coming out with now, they're no joke. They are no joke. Um, my daughter, they also have these like 3D, they're like these mini models. They're not Legos, but they're like these kits you can put together that are like I'll show y'all in a second. She said, I'm a girl holding a baby. Spending time with my family is my stress reliever. I love that. Since I work a lot, it relieves my stress because I'm being a good steward of my house. I love that, Rob Brown. Oh, I love that. Um, because they probably feel that. They feel your presence. And man, that feels good. That feels good. That's why like sometimes I get a little bit jealous of my husband because he's gone a lot. And then when he comes home, he's like the fun dad. He goes out into the neighborhood with the kids. They all play basketball. They'll be like, Mr. Joe, Mr. Joe. And I'm like, hey, I'm Miss Carrie. But he he's there. Like the moments he can be there, he's there enjoying it. And I know the kids can feel it. Like I love that. So anyway, um the work isn't stressful, so I want to do what I'm doing. When I am doing nothing, I become stressed and irritable. So, because I've heard about that tech coach, Ralph, I have heard about men in particular talking about how difficult it is for them to stop work, even if they enjoy the work. Because sometimes even the ups and the downs or the hustle and bustle or unless you do something very, very calming, even that can, like it can have stress, but you like it, so you're enjoying it, like it doesn't stress you out. I'm not trying to make something out of nothing, but I have heard about men who are not able to just do nothing. So I wonder if even for you it's like, can you just do nothing for a few minutes? Like, you said that stresses you out when you're doing nothing. So what does that mean, long hair and braids and the pick. But if you're stress free, I'm not trying to push stress. Very cute bottle. Thank you. Those are awesome. Thank you. Start off listening in prayer instead of just making your request known. Yes, let the Lord speak. We tune out God sometimes. The moments when we're quiet, God speak. Man, Gerard, you're so right. You're so right. For so long, when not recently, not like in the recent years, but in my prior years of thinking that I was establishing a relationship with God, I was attempting to pray more, but my prayers were always asking, and even when you're not asking for stuff, you're still like, God, can you keep me healthy, watch over do this, give me an answer, da, da, da. Like you're still in request mode. Now I find myself having to remind myself to go to prayer, because I find myself more in the word than in prayer, because I want to know what he wants me to know. So I'm glad you said that. Sometimes you just have to be quiet. Like, just be quiet. Love, love, love that one. Oh, thank you. That's why they made you the host. I know. Anton think he's slick. I know. He's like, man, she be over there coloring and stuff. we're gonna we're gonna make her host so she can stop coloring. Listen, I thought that since everybody else was doing different things, I was like, well, I could just color my pictures and paint my bottles. I wasn't trying to be rude to the audience. Rob Brown, that's Carrie's formula, bro, not yours. The adult Legos are no joke. Please get those likes up. Thank you. Please, if you enjoy the show, please get the likes up. I appreciate you. For the record, Carrie told me to go find some stress for the second time. It does. Tech coach. Tech coach. Stop, because y'all still keep choking. Tech coach Ralph, the more that I was talking, I was like, I feel like I'm trying to create stress for the man is saying I don't have any stress. Like, leave him alone. I'm so sorry. That is funny. Maybe you are the friend that is like a really good spirit, great energy, because you got me up here laughing. I'm so sorry. He said, for the record. I'm sorry. Oh man. Okay. Oh, when you do this by yourself, you can't just keep laughing because there's nobody else to talk. Oh, all right. Hey, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed you too, Tyrone. I blame everything on Carrie. Yeah, blame me. Blame me. Today is my fault. HR Carrie is much needed over there nowadays. It's all good. They doing good. They doing good. Rob Brown, go find some stress, bro. Stop. Y'all better stop. He's right. I gotta leave him alone. Tech coach Ralph got it together. So, y'all, that was the whole premise of this show. I thought about that while I was out in Curacao. That's how the locals pronounce it, Curacao. And I hope that this is helpful and beneficial to everyone. Again, the goal is not to escape your life. The goal is to recover enough to return to it well. So rest should not require a breakdown. This week, don't just say you need a break. Build your formula. And for those of you who might watch the show after the live, please let me know if you already have a rest formula or if you plan to create one. And like I said, I'm going to upload this onto my my PayHip store, and then I don't know how to, I'm still learning YouTube after being monetized. It's a little different. I think I can include like a product. I don't know if I could do it for free. I don't know. I got to figure it out. But I'll put this somewhere where people can access it, because I hope that it really helps people, man. We too stressed out here. It's the world seems crazy, and it is, but in the grand scheme of things, we are alive at like a really good time compared to other times. So, we should be down here living out our purpose, doing our best, and appreciating each moment, not being overly stressed. We really should. So if there's any way that I can contribute to that, then I'm gonna go ahead and do it. As we close out, I'm gonna read you all's comments. Um, she's trying to give you stress so she can tell you how to fix it. Y'all got jokes. I love it. Oh man, y'all funny. Oh god. Okay. What's Carrie? We need you back on after hours to put Anton in check. He over there running amok. Anton is Anton. Oh my god. I saw they streamed on Saturday too. They're going hard. I'm just gonna go back to school, get 200K in student loan debt, and then become a waiter at Cheesecake Factory. No, you're gonna live your stress-free life, tech coach Ralph. Carrie would be a great therapist with that strategy. You go in to therapy with no problem and come back out with like 5 of them. Come back and see me. Let's talk this through. What are you streaming with now? I am streaming with StreamYard. I went on ahead and got that 7-day free trial, because I was tired of seeing the StreamYard logo in the corner, and I didn't realize that the free account is only records in 720. So I didn't like that. And what's cool now is, yeah, I'm pointing to my screen like you guys can see it, but now the feature allows me to record horizontal and vertically, which is really cool for me when I clip stuff up. My clipping game is not as tight as Anton's, but I'm slow. It takes a lot to clip up stuff. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Shout out to to who? Kinshasa? Who's Kinshasa? Kickwit? Who is that? I don't know. No, Carrie is much better off away from that garbage. All right, those are my people though. DJ Blends, if you're still breathing, it ain't over, y'all. Peace and blessings. That's right. Talk about it. Talk about it. You follow. I follow Kinshasa and Kickwit. I don't know what you're talking about, Anthony. How come StreamYard instead of Ecamm? So you want to be honest, or you want me to? So my Ecamm account, I let it expire. I mean, not that I can't start it up again, but I stopped paying for Ecamm before I started going live. Cause I was like, why am I paying this and I'm not recording enough videos? Cause I was using Ecamm to record my videos. But then I wasn't being consistent with recording the videos over there. So it was kind of like a waste. And then to get started on streaming and to not come up with an excuse, I was like, well, StreamYard is free. So just hit record. And so that's kind of how I landed back over here. Plus, since I was doing the hosting on room 9, I was able to, like, Anton gave me all of the access to his back stuff, so I was starting to really learn how to move around StreamYard more easily than I was learning Ecamm, because I wasn't consistent. I was consistent on StreamYard. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of made sense for me to start out with StreamYard so that I could keep my barriers of entry very low and eliminate any possible excuses. If you need help after being monetized, stress-free, stress-free tech coach Ralph can help you. Good group except for one person. Ty ambitious, Miss Carrie on the panel. Thank you. Listen, I do miss being on the panel because I mean I miss the community of it. You know, I do miss it, but this is where I am. Anthony Jackson, hashtag Brazzaville. Anthony, I don't know what you're talking about. You follow. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I don't know. You got to teach her how to automate the clip up process for the shorts. Yeah, I don't. So after I finish this, I let StreamYard pick up some, but then what I do is I go to YouTube and I take the transcript and I have Enrique help me to pull out like what clips I should do. And then I go back and pick out, the transcript that's that part. And then I do it that way. But I know that is it Opus? Because I watched David Shands talk about it with that girl. I can't think of her name, but they were talking about different things to use for clipping up. And I just, sometimes with these AI tools, and it's not just necessarily AI, but sometimes the software tools that I hear about, I'll go and try it out and it doesn't work for me as easily as it was portrayed. And I don't have a problem with learning things, but sometimes I will go too far down the rabbit hole and end up with nothing. So I've just been doing my best to keep things simple so I actually put stuff out. And I feel like as I keep moving, I'll find things that are better. So that's what I'm doing. Not looking for perfection, just looking for consistency. Bless you, Carrie. You are looking great. Thank you so much. Shalom. Makes sense as long as it keeps you showing up. I'm doing my best. Translation, shout out to bravery. Okay, well, thank you. Shout out to bravery. Thanks, Trisha. Oh, sorry. So my neighbor, let me know if you have questions. My neighbor, she saw me walking the other day. She's like, "You're into health." She has these cleansers. I wish she could see me, but she has this. I don't want to start telling y'all because y'all gonna probably be like, "What is that?" When I get the package, I'll show y'all next Monday. Anyway, she just dropped. I told her when I got back from this trip, I needed what she had, so she just dropped it off to my mailbox and sent me a text. So I was trying to like wave out my window, but she can't see me. Anywho, Opus Clips works better than the StreamYard clipping. I'm using Opus and it has a lower barrier of entry. Okay, so is Opus, Rob Brown, is Opus Clips something that I like, you get the best of it if you pay for it first or you do the free trial? Because that's the other thing I've noticed. Like some things you don't really get the best of it until you pay for it, which I don't have a problem with paying for tools, but I have a tendency to sign up for a lot of tools. I know my husband be getting tired of me. And so I'm trying to like eliminate that too. So I'm not using 50,000 different things as well. So if you're probably about the fourth or fifth person who I've heard talk about Opus Clips. So maybe I really should check it out. In marketing, they will never tell you about the parts that suck. They say it's your job to find that. Well, I find it for all of it. I tell you. Junior Largy, Carrie, just remember they are tech nerds. Is that what it is? Do the free trial first of Opus so you can get the hang of it. All right, so I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. All right, y'all. So I have totally enjoyed this stream with you. I really appreciate you all. Y'all have no idea how much I appreciate you all for chiming in, for tuning in and rocking with me. I'm just going to keep going at it. And I pray that you all keep going at it too. Well, iron sharpens iron over here. So, again, this week, the focus is the rest formula. The rest formula. And if it's not you, remind somebody else, especially us ladies. Sometimes we do need the reminder. Sometimes we do need the reminder. I'm going to check out Opus Clips. I'm going to get this thing up on my store, and I am going to be back on Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I hope to see you all there. Keep remembering your steps, your water, and whatever else you were doing. All right. So, everybody, have a great, great evening. Go out and be great, because anybody know the rest? Go out and be great, because you are great. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.